Alright, so now I'm gonna share to you about my other assignment, which is we're gonna use what we call as switch case function, and plus we use also a push button to what is that to turn or to make other, I mean, like from one case and we push the button, it goes to another case, things like that. So here is my circuits. This is the first case. When I push the push button, it turns to the next or case second, and when I push again, it turns to case third, and I push again and I pull it up, it turns to case 4. So that's about the circuits, but we are now going to see the program first.
Sudah, saya siap rekam.
Alright, so this is the program. First we should define the pin first, which Arduino pin that we put the LED 1 in pin 2, pin 3, pin 4, pin 5, pin 6, pin 7, and for the push button I use pin 8. Right? So next one, I put this LED or 6 LED into integer data. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 LEDs. And I also need to define first the time, in which here we put it in 3 milliseconds. But for each step delay, we use it like this. 4 cases. 1, 2, 3, 4. 300, 300, 300, and 300. Right, so we now going to see the first case. So here I define the first case as light 1 and light 1 row for the light 1 is 7 and light 1 for the column is 6, and this is the case in which we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 column, and this is shows about the LEDs that we have, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 row, in which this is represent the case. I mean, like the order of the lamp to turn on and turn off. For example, this one, the first step is all turn off, and between this is 3 second, 3 millisecond, 3 millisecond, 3 millisecond, 3 millisecond, 3 millisecond, and so on and so forth. And this one, the first lamp turn on, the next lamp is off, 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 and this one, the first lamp off, the second lamp on, and the rest is off, and up until the end. The last lamp is the sixth lamp. That is turned on, and the rest is turned on. And also there and here the next also what we call as the case. This is the second case. This is the third case, and this is the fourth case. And also I need to put the variable I, variable j, step, and also row and column in data, integer data. And then next we're going to see the setup. The setup, the first we will see the serial begin first. The serial begins with 9600, in which they will read only in this serial. and then I put 4 to make it loop, to make the program read the data in a loop. And then I put the pin mode. Instead of using, one pin model for like LED one is 2, next one 3, next one 4, which we can only use this like this, LED one plus I, because we have what we call as, we have insert the formula for I that is that will make the data shown the 6 lamp that we have, and all the 6 lamp is the output. And next one, we have pin mode for mode select. Mode select, this mode select is for the push button, and there is input pull up, in which in this case the lamp will not be, the case will not be jumped over after I pull up the push button. If I just push, it will not, turn over. Not turn over, it takes turn, but it will not take turn. But after I pull up, it takes turn to the next step, or to the next case. So this is the program. We use the switch. In this case is the step. For the case 1, we represent row as the light 1 row and represent column as light 1 column, and we use the next 4 function in this case. So we represent J start from 0, and J is not above the amount of row that we have, and also J will always increasing over time. And also that's J for row, and for I it's for column, in which I starts from 0 and I will not be above the amount of column that we have, and I also keep increasing over time. Then we write digital write to make the program read the data, in which LED I, all the the amount of LED that we have, and also the light, in which in this case is what we call as the case that we have start from the row and the column that we have. They will read this all, and then we're gonna use if the push button is slow while the data is still being read by the push button, this step is changed, first step, and the data is like this. LED I will start from the first column, and then the data first row, and the column starts from 0. So it will see it will turn on like in this row, and this column will start from this row, and then the next one, and next one, and the next one, and the next one, things like that. And then I took the delay only for 1 millisecond for changing the lamp, and then it returned back after we've reached the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5th lamp. After I reach the 5th lamp, the lamp will directly, like this. When I first in this first order, it read all, and then go back to the lower, and then go again below it, and up until the last step, and it will return again to the first step. Alright, things like that. So that's for the return, and the delay is following the step. Alright, and then break. The break means it will change into the next case, and so or for the rest formula that we have, for the rest of code and program that we have. And at last, the case 3, I only change the step here. Step here is 0, means like there is no more case to go in this case, but we just directly return to the first, like default break, return to the first case that we have. And so that's all my program and my assignment for today, and see you in the next vacation. Bye bye.